going to show you how to blow out a raw egg a really quick and easy way. I've been struggling the last day or two because I wanted to blow some eggs. And by the way, just go ahead and giggle every time I talk about blowing an egg, because Lord knows I do. And there's just no way, no dignified way to talk about blowing out an egg. So, okay, we'll all just giggle through it and pretend like we're not 8 years old. But anyway, I decided I wanted to do that because this year I wanted to doodle on some eggs. I did these last year, just messing around, and they were 2 eggs that I'd already blown out, and I painted them and then just, you know, doodled on them. And I wanted to do that this year, but I don't want to paint the eggs, I just want them white. And I don't need a lot, I'm thinking maybe 8 or 10, but I started blowing them out, you know, the traditional way, and I got a headache. Excuse me. And I felt like my eyeballs were going to explode, and it's just not a comfortable thing to do, even for just a few. So I started looking for easier ways to do it. I asked some Facebook friends, and we discussed vacuum cleaners and air compressors and a few other things. And one gal mentioned that you could actually buy a device now that was pretty cheap that would help you to blow out the egg. And the reason that I need the eggs blown instead of hard-boiled is because I'm going to have these setting out in a little display on in my foyer, and I don't really want a real hard-boiled egg sitting out for a week, you know? That's just gross. I don't know how long it takes for them to go bad, but I don't want to find out either. Sorry. And I can't refrigerate them because refrigeration causes the eggs to sweat. And even though I'm using permanent ink, you know, it still has a tendency to start smudging a little bit when there's a lot of moisture on it. So the eggs really do have to be hollow or fake or something. So anyway, back to my experimenting. I tried a few different things. I Googled like crazy, asked my Facebook friends. I looked up the egg blowing device that you can buy, which is really cheap, but it was just like this little, tiny little handheld pump thing with a long needle looking thing on the end, and I took one look at it and went, oh, it's like a bicycle pump with one of those pin attachments like you use to air up a basketball. I've got that. I got that in my garage. I'm going to go see if it works. So I went in my garage, pulled this out. You can see it's just a bicycle pump, and on the end it's got the little pin attachment that you can get at the sporting goods store, you know, to air up balls and things. So I tried it, and you know what? It actually worked. And it actually worked really, really good. I've done it on 3 or 4 eggs, and the first time it took 3 pumps and my egg was blown. And then by the 3rd one, I was blowing those eggs in 1 pump. And I'm sorry. Okay, composure. I was emptying the contents of the eggs with 1 effort. Let's just put it that way. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so here's what you need. You need a raw egg. You need something to catch the innards with. I'm just using a bowl. The tricky part, you need something to hold the egg steady, because this is a 2-hand operation right here, you know, and you don't have that 3rd hand to hold the egg. So I grabbed what was handy. I had this plastic cup on the kitchen counter. I cut a little space out of the bottom that's just about the right size where I can kind of press the egg in there and it'll hold on to it. So, you know, it does fairly well. You may come up with something better. And then you need something to poke a hole in the egg, and just use your favorite method for that. Some people use like a thumbtack, I've seen. I usually just take my little pokey tool thing, and then, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I just kind of tap, tap, tap until I get a little break. Okay, it usually doesn't take this long, but I'm tapping extra carefully so that I don't break the egg all over the place. Okay, see, I kind of felt it give away, so I'm just going to go back in that same spot and keep tapping. And I really don't need a hole any bigger around than about the diameter of this pokey tool, because I want it to be about the same size as the needle on the pump. And this is in, you know, the egg has the fat end and the pointy end. I put the little hole in the pointy end. And then turn it over. Hold your finger here because the guts will fall out. Do the same thing, but on the fat end, you're going to make a little bit bigger hole, because this is where all of the egg is going to come out. So I just kind of tap around, make the hole a little bit bigger. The bigger the hole, the easier it is to get the stuff to come out, obviously. But the smaller the hole, the nicer your egg looks. And stick your pokey tool or whatever you use down in there and kind of scramble the inside of your egg, because it'll come out much easier if you do that. Break up the yolk. So that's about the size for the big hole. And then the little hole is just big enough for my needle to get in. So there we go. Then put the egg in my little makeshift holder. See, look, I got yolk on the, or egg white on the thing. That's alright. Alright. And then don't do what I just did. I'm gonna go get another egg. Okay, this is me pretending like that didn't just happen. I've got another egg. Thankfully they're cheap. Little hole in the top, big hole in the bottom. Now if I can manage to not break this one. Got my little bicycle pump with the needle attachment. I'm going to stick the needle in, and this is where I usually get clumsy, in the hole. Okay, I think it's fair to say that I should have tested my technique a little bit more before doing the video. Let's try this. Let's put the needle in before we put the egg in the thing. Now, there we go. Alright, egg in the thing, gently. Okay, alright, we're good. Alright, I know you're not going to be able to see much, but here we go. And I'm going to lose it. I need a better, I know what the problem is. Okay, okay. See, I'm perfecting as we go. This is good. Hang on. Okay, here's what I need. I need a flat bottom something so that my cup doesn't slide around. So now let's try it. See, my little top hole got a little bigger than I wanted it, but that's okay, because when I'm finished, I always go back and spackle in the hole with either some spackle or some modeling paste or caulk, you know, whatever I've got handy, I hide the hole. So that's not too bad. Let's get this needle back in here. And let's gently raise our thingy and blow. Why is it coming out the top? Okay, it's no... Okay, I'm trying to regain my composure because I was seriously laughing so hard after that last blowout. I know what caused it. I don't even want to tell you. It's so stupid. But it was my fault. Okay. I don't understand why this worked so well when I did it in my kitchen, and then I tried to show you how, and I can't get even one to work. I'm going to, by gosh, we're going to sit here until I get one egg properly blown. Then we're going to giggle about that. Okay, again, insert needle in to egg, gently. Raise the thingy, push it down. Please don't come out the top again. One more time. That's it. My egg is blown. Finally. Pull it out. That's my little hole in the bottom. And there's all my egg guts. Ta-da! See, it does actually work. It is a little awkward to try to hold this and hold the needle in and hold the egg steady when you only have two hands. You know, one more set of hands would work, or some kind of better, sturdier holder for your egg would be good too. Like I said, I just grabbed what I have. But you know what? Let's do one more, just so I can show you that I promise it does work consistently despite my demonstration to the contrary. Okay, egg, little hole in the top. This is definitely the worst video I've ever done. Bigger hole in the bottom, and I don't always get these in the right, exactly in the middle, and that's okay. And like I said, sometimes I accidentally gouge out way too big of a hole, but I will just spackle it in later. I think that's good. The more I mess with it, the more potential for disaster we have. Scramble the innards. And put it there. Okay. Needle here. A little too small maybe. Come on, there we go. Don't fall. Alright. There's always a little resistance at first, and then it should blow right through. Oh, this one might have emptied out in one. I think it did. Let's see. Oh, it's not emptying out at all. I'm having mechanical difficulties. Try it again. Sorry. There we go. I think I was getting too much air escaping around the sides of the needle, which will have an effect on whether or not it pushes all the stuff through. Now, our egg is empty. And when you finish getting all the stuff out of your eggs, you'll want to throw them in the microwave for about 10 or 15 seconds just to dry up any of the goo that's left inside. Otherwise, you can let them sit out and drain for a few days, but I really don't have a few days. So, there you go. There is what to do to blow out a raw egg and what not to do. Good examples of both. Yeah, good luck. It does work. Give it a try.